Okay, friend, let's talk about something truly important, keeping your arteries happy and healthy. It's simpler than you might think, and it starts with what's on your plate. Your arteries are working hard for you every single second, pumping life through your whole body. But here's the quiet truth. Some foods we enjoy daily are like tiny, silent saboteurs, slowly making those vital pathways stiff and gunked up. We're not just talking about the obvious junk food, the stuff that screams unhealthy. Oh no, it's far sneakier than that. We're talking about clever fats that pretend to be harmless, hiding in plain sight in your favorite comfort foods, in what you grab quickly at the store, and even in some restaurant dishes. They can quietly chip away at your artery health without you even realizing it. What you choose to put on your plate right now, the fats you embrace, genuinely shapes the future of your heart. It's that fundamental and that incredibly powerful. Let's uncover these hidden threats together and, more importantly, discover easy, delicious steps to protect your most vital internal roadways. Now, you might wonder why this matters even more after 60. Well, imagine your body's plumbing, your arteries, like the pipes in an older home. Over decades, they naturally face some wear and tear. They can get a bit stiffer, a little gunkier. That's just a part of life's journey. But here's the hopeful part. We have tremendous power to slow that natural aging, to help sweep things clean, or at least stop the grime from accumulating faster than it needs to. This isn't about signing up for some grim, joyless diet that strips away all pleasure. No one wants that. It's simply about getting savvy. It's about clearly understanding which fats are truly champions for your heart and which ones are definitely not on its team. Once you have that knowledge, making those small, thoughtful changes becomes almost automatic, and your whole circulatory system will hum a quieter, healthier tune. Let's align your food choices to truly nourish your heart rather than unknowingly challenge it. Let's dive into our first sneaky villain, the deep fry danger. That perfectly crispy fried chicken, those golden, irresistible fries you might crave. Delicious, absolutely. But often the real troublemaker isn't the food itself, it's the oil it's cooked in. Many eateries and even some home kitchens routinely use inexpensive vegetable oils like corn, soy, or cottonseed oil, heating them to scorching temperatures again and again. This repeated high-heat exposure changes the oil's very nature, twisting it into compounds that are truly unkind to your arteries. Even dishes that sound healthy, like crispy fish or tempura vegetables at a restaurant, might be taking a deep dive into these artery-stressing fats. Don't let a healthy-sounding label fool you if the cooking method is deep frying. The saturated, altered fat soaking into your meal is what we need to watch out for. A smart shift. Here's a brilliant way to enjoy that crunch without the artery worry. Seriously consider an air fryer. It's a fantastic kitchen companion that delivers amazing crispiness and flavor, but without the messy, unhealthy oil bath. It genuinely feels like a game changer for many. If you're pan frying at home, simply swap out those cheap oils for avocado oil, which handles high heat gracefully. Or use just a tiny drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. For your next comfort meal, prepare homemade fries or chicken in an air fryer. Just slice some potatoes or breaded chicken, toss with a whisper of olive oil and your favorite spices, and air fry until golden. Notice the satisfying crunch and savor the knowledge that you're treating your heart with kindness. Our next hidden challenge lies in the tempting world of processed pastries. Those soft muffins, chewy cookies, flaky store-bought pies, or even some everyday crackers? Many of them secretly harbor something labeled partially hydrogenated oil. This is a quiet, somewhat technical name for trans fats. These aren't natural fats. They're industrially engineered to extend shelf life and create specific textures, like that perfect cookie chew or flaky crust. But for your body, they act as silent artery thickeners. They're crafted to make the product's life longer, not your life longer. In fact, they're so detrimental that many countries have banned them outright. Even if a label proudly states 0 grams trans fat, if you spot partially hydrogenated oil in the ingredient mist, there could still be trace amounts present, and even small amounts can add up. A healthier way. The absolute best switch here is to embrace baking at home a bit more often. When you're in charge, you control every single ingredient. You can use real butter, always in thoughtful moderation, or even unsweetened applesauce for moisture in many recipes, cutting down on less healthy fats. If you absolutely need to buy something, always look for 0 grams trans fat on the nutrition label, and then, importantly, scan the ingredient list for any mention of hydrogenated oils. Micro example. Instead of reaching for a store-bought cookie, try baking a warm banana with a sprinkle of cinnamon and a tiny pat of real butter, or even a few dark chocolate chips. It's a simple, comforting treat that tastes homemade because it is. Let's shift our focus to the hidden fats in meat. It's not necessarily about cutting out all meat altogether, unless that's your personal choice. It's truly about being smart and selective, understanding which types of meat and, crucially, what kind of fat within them we should be mindful of. I'm talking about those really fatty cuts and, especially, highly processed meats. Picture bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and the noticeable white marbling you sometimes see on certain steaks. These particular fats have a knack for significantly elevating your bad cholesterol levels and triggering widespread inflammation throughout your body. Inflammation, as you know, is a key player in artery trouble, making those vital pathways stiff and more vulnerable to damage. So, while an occasional indulgence won't ruin everything, relying on these frequently can definitely place a considerable strain on your heart's long-term health. Your heart-smart choice. Aim for leaner cuts of meat like sirloin, flank steak, or skinless chicken breast, and always take a moment to trim away any visible fat before you cook. Even better for your arteries, consider swapping out a meat-heavy meal for vibrant fish like salmon or mackerel, which are bursting with beneficial fats, or hearty plant-based proteins such as lentils or beans a few times each week. These choices are true powerhouses for supporting your heart's vitality. Micro example. Once a week, instead of a rich beef stew, create a comforting, hearty lentil soup brimming with colorful vegetables. You'll be genuinely surprised how much you enjoy it, and your arteries will quietly appreciate the lighter, nourishing fare. Our next point of discovery reveals the secret behind hard spreads and shortening. Think back to those solid sticks of margarine from years ago, the ones that almost felt like plastic? Or the shortening often used to achieve those wonderfully flaky pie crusts? That solid state at room temperature is a clear signal, a big red flag for your arteries, letting you know it's probably not the best choice for your heart. These products are often loaded with industrial trans fats or heavily saturated, hydrogenated oils. They're concocted in a lab to achieve specific textures and extend shelf life, designed for the product's longevity, but certainly not for your heart health. These industrially altered fats are notorious for contributing to artery stiffness and unwanted blockages, making them a significant concern. A better butter alternative. For your spreading needs, simply skip the hard stuff. Instead, opt for soft tub margarines that proudly list olive or canola oil as their very first ingredient and, crucially, contain no partially hydrogenated ingredients on their label. Better yet, use real butter, but in just tiny, thoughtful amounts, or spread something genuinely natural and beneficial, like mashed avocado. Another excellent choice is a natural peanut butter. By natural, I mean the kind where the ingredient list states simply peanuts, perhaps a little salt, and nothing else added, no extra oils or sugars. Micro example. Try a thin layer of perfectly mashed avocado on your morning toast instead of butter or hard margarine. It's wonderfully creamy, utterly delicious, and packed with healthy fats that your heart will appreciate. Here's one that often catches people off guard, the sneaky sauce and dressing drain. You might be feeling virtuous, enjoying a big, vibrant salad packed with fresh greens and crisp veggies. But that store-bought dressing you drizzle over it? It can be a hidden minefield of cheap, artery-unfriendly oils, surprising amounts of added sugar, and various preservatives. The same goes for many packaged sauces, marinades, and even some pestos. They frequently utilize low-quality vegetable oils that can ignite inflammation and quietly harm your arteries, effectively undoing all the good work of your healthy meal. It's almost like taking 2 commendable steps forward with your nutritious salad, only to take a stealthy step back with the dressing you choose. Your Flavorful upgrade. This is such an incredibly simple fix, yet it yields huge returns for your health. Make your own dressings. It honestly takes literally 2 minutes. All you need is a good quality extra virgin olive oil, a splash of your favorite vinegar, balsamic, apple cider, red wine, whatever tickles your fancy, a sprinkle of dried herbs like oregano or basil, and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. Whisk it all together, and just like that, you have a fresh, flavorful, and profoundly heart-healthy dressing, completely free of any questionable ingredients. Micro example. Whisk together 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, a pinch of dried oregano, and a dash of salt and pepper. Drizzle this vibrant mixture over your next salad. It's light, zesty, and you'll feel proud knowing you've crafted such a fresh, heart-smart choice. Let's clear up some of the confusion around tropical oils, especially coconut oil. For a while, coconut oil seemed to have this powerful health halo surrounding it, with all sorts of claims about miracle benefits. But here's an important distinction. When you find coconut oil listed in packaged crackers, cookies, non-dairy creamers, or other highly processed foods, it's typically the highly saturated, refined version. This specific type of coconut oil, particularly when consumed in large quantities, significantly contributes to an increase in your bad cholesterol. While a little bit of raw virgin coconut oil can be fine for some, its naturally high saturated fat content still means we need to approach it with caution, especially when your focus is on optimal artery health after 60. It simply isn't the everyday go-to oil for widespread cooking if you're trying to protect your heart. A brighter oil path. For your daily cooking and for making dressings, consciously choose plant oils that are truly known for supporting heart health. Reach for extra virgin olive oil, which is loaded with beneficial fats and protective antioxidants, or avocado oil, which is wonderfully versatile for higher heat cooking. Flaxseed oil is another fantastic option for dressings, as it's packed with vital omega-3s. When you're shopping, look for labels that proudly state cold-pressed and unrefined. These terms indicate that the oil has undergone minimal processing, preserving more of its natural goodness and nutrient profile. Micro example. When you're sautéing vegetables for dinner, instinctively reach for your bottle of extra virgin olive oil instead of coconut oil. Your meal will still taste delicious, and your arteries will receive a much better deal, benefiting from those healthier fats. Okay, so we've spent a good amount of time chatting about fats, but here's the crucial truth. Keeping your arteries vibrant isn't just about the food you eat. Your arteries absolutely thrive on movement. Even light, gentle activity, nothing strenuous, helps boost circulation, keeps your blood flowing smoothly, and actually improves the flexibility of your artery walls. You certainly don't need to sign up for a marathon. Just consistently getting up and moving your body a bit throughout the day is incredibly powerful. Try. During television commercials, simply stand up and gently march in place. Just a minute or 2 is enough to make a difference. You'll be surprised how much better and more energized you feel. Of course, always stop immediately if you feel any pain, and if you have heart, balance, or joint issues, please talk to your clinician first. Another quiet champion for your arteries is staying hydrated. Sipping water throughout the day rather than waiting until you're parched helps keep your blood from becoming too thick, allowing it to glide more easily through those vital arteries. And finally, let's talk about stress. Chronic stress acts like a tightening vice on everything in your body, including your arteries. Finding small, consistent ways to relax is key. Practice a few deep breaths, carve out a quiet moment with a comforting cup of tea, or try some gentle stretching. These little acts of self-care can make a world of difference. Now, why does all this matter so deeply, and why should you even bother putting in this effort? Because your body, my dear friend, is an absolutely incredible self-healing marvel. It possesses an astounding, innate capacity to repair and improve itself, especially when you give it the right tools and supportive environment. When you consciously choose to reduce those unfriendly fats and welcome in the beneficial ones, you immediately begin to quell inflammation throughout your system. This precious change allows your artery walls to relax, to become more supple and flexible, and to function with renewed vitality. Imagine waking up with a bit more energy, or finding you can walk a little further without feeling tired. That's what less plaque and smoother blood flow can genuinely feel like, a tangible difference in your daily life. Your cells are listening, and they respond positively to every thoughtful choice you make. Your body wants to be healthy, and these small, consistent shifts lay down a beautiful, strong foundation for its thriving. I know this might seem like a lot of information, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the thought of changing everything at once. But please, don't even try that. That's usually a recipe for frustration and giving up. Instead, here's my heartfelt suggestion for you. Pick just one of these swaps we've discussed. Maybe it's finally trying your hand at making your own salad dressing. Or perhaps you'll bring that air fryer out of the cupboard for a truly crispy, healthier meal. Maybe you'll swap out one meat-focused dinner a week for a delicious lentil dish. Just one thing. Focus on that single change for a week or two until it truly feels natural, like second nature. Remember, small, consistent steps like these, taken one after another, add up to massive, life-changing improvements for your heart and overall well-being. It's your health, your power, and you absolutely have the ability to make these wonderful choices. You've got so much vibrant life still ahead, so much joy to experience, so many cherished memories left to create. Taking thoughtful care of your arteries isn't about restriction or feeling deprived of life's pleasures. It's profoundly about freedom. It's the freedom to move with ease, to savor every precious moment, to truly thrive in your later years. Your heart is listening closely to every choice you make. Treat it with the kindness and wisdom it deserves, and it will carry you beautifully and robustly through your very best years to come. Before you go, if you're looking for even more ways to stay strong and confident on your feet, you'll definitely want to see our next video, Seniors' 5-Step Gentle Stair Strategy to Build Confidence and Stability. Just tap the on-screen card right now to watch it.